This is the shocking twist no one anticipated. After years of standing by Kirk through countless scandals, Rasheeda has now caused a stir on the internet after being seen with another man. Yes, eyewitnesses claim they spotted Rasheeda getting close to a mysterious man, and Kirk's reaction was nothing short of explosive. Fans are in utter disbelief, wondering if this is the breaking point of their tumultuous relationship. Sources close to the couple revealed that Kirk was completely caught off guard by this revelation, and to say he didn't take it well would be an understatement. Reports suggest that the situation quickly escalated into a heated exchange of words. Accusations were thrown, and Kirk's anger reached an all-time high. Could this be the long-awaited karma catching up to him, or is there more to Rasheeda's secret meeting than meets the eye? As rumors spread like wildfire, fans are left questioning whether Rasheeda has truly moved on, if Kirk is about to lose everything, and most importantly, who this mystery man is who's turning their world upside down. Hold on tight because we've got all the exclusive details, shocking reactions, and behind-the-scenes drama that will leave you speechless. Stay tuned because this story is far from over. The tension in the air was undeniable. What started as just another normal day quickly turned into a whirlwind of shocking revelations that no one could have predicted. Rasheeda, the woman who had been by Kirk's side through every scandal, betrayal, and controversy, was now the one at the heart of a scandal. The rumors began quietly, a few unverified reports, some blurry photos, and cryptic social media posts. But soon, these whispers grew louder as undeniable evidence surfaced, showing Rasheeda with another man. And not just any man, someone who appeared way too comfortable with her, someone who seemed to have her full attention in a way Kirk hadn't in years. Fans wasted no time analyzing every detail: the photos, their body language, the way Rasheeda smiled at this mystery man. It all painted a picture that Kirk never expected. The internet was in chaos. Some fans defended Rasheeda, claiming that after all Kirk had put her through, she deserved happiness. Others were furious, accusing her of betraying the man she had fought so hard to keep. Then there were those in utter disbelief, questioning if this could even be true. But what came next proved that this wasn't just another baseless rumor. Kirk himself reacted, and his response sent shockwaves through the industry. Insiders close to the couple revealed that Kirk was blindsided by the news. He had no idea Rasheeda had been seeing someone else. When he found out, he completely lost control. Sources say he stormed out of a business meeting the moment he received the news, his face red with rage, his fists clenched, and his temper barely contained. He didn't even wait for confirmation. An insider shared that the second Kirk saw the photos, he went into a complete meltdown. "I've never seen him this furious," they said. And that's when things took a turn. Things quickly took a turn for the worse. Kirk began calling nonstop, reaching out to Rasheeda, their mutual friends, and anyone who might have answers. However, Rasheeda wasn't responding. In fact, sources report that she went completely silent, ignoring Kirk's increasingly angry attempts to contact her. This silence only added fuel to his fury. In a desperate move, Kirk took to social media in a cryptic yet obvious way. His Instagram story became a series of intense posts that had fans guessing. One read, "Loyalty is dead." Another said, "Karma always comes full circle." But the post that really set the internet ablaze simply read, "Imagine giving someone your whole life just for them to turn their back on you in minutes." Fans were quick to react, tagging Rasheeda and demanding answers, trying to figure out if Kirk was referring to her. But the drama didn't end there. Kirk wasn't satisfied with just leaving passive-aggressive messages online. He wanted direct answers, and he was going to get them. That's when he decided to take matters into his own hands. Sources claimed Kirk jumped into his car and drove straight to one of Rasheeda's favorite spots, a high-end restaurant where she was rumored to be that evening. When he arrived, the sight he saw only confirmed his worst fears. Rasheeda wasn't alone. She was sitting across from the same mystery man seen in the photos, deep in conversation. Kirk, ready to confront her, wasted no time making his presence known in the most dramatic way possible. Without hesitation, he stormed into the restaurant, drawing immediate attention. People gasped, phones went up, and cameras started rolling. It was clear something big was about to happen. Rasheeda, caught off guard, looked up, but her expression was unreadable. Kirk, however, couldn't hide his emotions. His face reflected fury, betrayal, and heartbreak. "What the hell is this?" he shouted, his voice booming across the room. The restaurant went silent. The mystery man shifted uncomfortably in his seat, clearly not expecting this confrontation. But Rasheeda remained eerily calm. She slowly put down her fork and met Kirk's gaze, leaning back in her chair. "Kirk, you need to calm down," she said, her voice steady and firm. Kirk almost laughed in disbelief. "You're here with another man and you want me to calm down?" At this point, the tension in the air was thick. The entire restaurant was holding its breath, waiting to see what would happen next. The mystery man, now visibly uncomfortable, tried to de-escalate the situation. "Look, man, I don't want any trouble," he began, but Kirk interrupted him with a cold, piercing glare. "This has nothing to do with you," Kirk snapped. "This is between me and my wife." That's when Rasheeda stood up. Slowly, she pushed her chair back, took a deep breath, and looked Kirk directly in the eyes. "Am I still your wife, Kirk?" she asked, her voice calm yet cutting. "Because from what I remember, you lost the right to claim me a long time ago." Boom. The entire restaurant gasped in unison. Kirk, momentarily stunned, was left speechless. It felt like he had been punched in the stomach. This wasn't the reaction he had anticipated. He had stormed in, ready to confront Rasheeda, demand answers, and call her out. But instead, she stood there, calm, composed, and completely unfazed. The mystery man stood up as well, but Rasheeda placed a hand on his arm, silently signaling him to stay out of it. This moment was hers. It was finally her time to say everything that had been building up inside her for years. "You want to know what this is, Kirk?" she began, her voice calm but firm. "This is me finally choosing myself, something I should have done a long time ago." Kirk's jaw tightened, his breathing heavy, but before he could respond, Rasheeda landed the final blow. "You think I'm the bad guy now?" she scoffed. "After everything you've put me through?" In that instant, the power dynamics shifted. Kirk was no longer the one demanding answers. He was left speechless, struggling to find words. The entire atmosphere in the restaurant changed. Then, in a move no one saw coming, Rasheeda reached into her purse, pulled out some cash, and dropped it on the table in front of Kirk. "It's on me," she said with a small, knowing smile. Without another word, she turned, grabbed the mystery man's hand, and walked out of the restaurant, never looking back. Kirk stood there, frozen. His mind raced, his world crumbling. The whispers around him grew louder, the cameras kept rolling, and the reality of the moment finally hit him. For the first time in his life, he realized he had lost control. Kirk remained frozen, his thoughts racing, and everything around him seemed to spiral out of control. He had entered expecting a confrontation, thinking Rasheeda would be defensive, guilty or at least apologetic, but she had completely turned the tables. Not only had she walked out, but she did so with confidence, like she was the one in charge, like she was the one who had been wronged, as if she had already moved on. The murmurs around him grew louder. People in the restaurant were still watching, some openly recording, others pretending not to care but hanging on to every second. Videos of the confrontation were already being shared on social media, spreading like wildfire. Kirk could feel his reputation crumbling before his eyes. His fists clenched, his breath shallow, and his pulse raced in his ears. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. He was supposed to be the one in control, the one demanding answers. But Rasheeda had walked away unbothered, leaving him standing there like a fool. And worse, she had walked out holding another man's hand. That image seared into his mind, sending another wave of anger surging through him. He couldn't just let it go. He needed to know who that man was, and more importantly, what was really happening. Without thinking, he rushed out of the restaurant, ignoring the stares and the whispers that followed him. He pulled out his phone, dialing Rasheeda's number, but just like before, it went unanswered. His call went straight to voicemail. He tried again and again. Nothing. His frustration reached its peak, and in a fit of anger, he slammed his fist against the car door. Was she really doing this to him? After everything they had been through, after all the time she forgave him, overlooked his mistakes, and stood by him when the world told her not to. Now she was the one seen with another man. Now she was the one walking away. Kirk wasn't going to let this slide. That's when he reached out to one of his most trusted insiders, someone who always knew the latest gossip about their inner circle. "Tell me everything you know about this guy she's been with," Kirk demanded as soon as the phone was answered. There was a brief pause on the other end before the insider hesitated. "Are you sure you want to know?" the insider asked. Kirk's jaw tightened. "I wouldn't be calling if I didn't," he replied, his voice cold. The insider sighed. "Look, I don't know how serious it is, but from what I've heard, they've been seeing each other for a while. Not just once or twice, but several times." Kirk's grip on the phone tightened. "Who is he?" Another pause, then the insider finally dropped the bombshell. "His name's Marcus, some business guy. He's got money, influence, and from what I hear, he's been treating Rasheeda really well." That last part pushed Kirk over the edge. "Really well?" Kirk repeated, his voice dangerously low. "What the hell does that mean?" The insider hesitated again, carefully choosing his words. "Look, man, I don't want to say too much, but Rasheeda's different with him. She's happier, less stressed, and from what I hear, she's been telling people she's finally with a man who respects her." Kirk felt like he had been punched in the stomach. Respect? Like she never had that with him? After all the years they spent together, the ups and downs, the betrayals, and second chances, it seemed like Rasheeda had finally closed the door on Kirk for good. But is this really the end? Or could there still be a chance for Kirk to win her back? We know you've got opinions on this, so don't hold back. Do you think Rasheeda is making the right call by moving on, or should she give Kirk one last chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're reading everything. And you already know the drama never ends, so make sure you hit that like button if you want more updates on this messy situation. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.